Hey, I want to take some time today to address a comment on one of my videos recently. Someone left a comment on one of my videos, an anti-gunner I'm assuming, who basically said, why don't you all stop being pussies and just admit that you carry guns because you're afraid? And I wanted to address that mindset right there, that idea that a lot of people have, that those of us that choose to carry a firearm in our everyday lives do so because we're somehow cowardly or fearful. That we carry them only because we feel that we're not up to the task of protecting ourselves or our family without a firearm if something goes wrong. Well, I wanted to address that today by saying, I am fearful. I will admit it. I have fears. Most people have fears, and I think most of us are right to have those fears. Now, I wasn't as fearful before when I was carrying a .357 Magnum. But because of my age and my condition, it's getting harder for me to carry and shoot a .357 Magnum. If I shoot them at the range, my wrist and my elbow hurt for a week. I'm really having irreparable damage to my hearing from shooting such large caliber guns so often. So I have switched recently to carrying 9mm. And since I've switched to 9mm, I'm even more fearful. And what am I fearful of, you might ask? Well, I'm fearful of something that most of us are fearful of if we're actually paying attention, and that is werewolves. Now, you might be saying to yourself, why are you more afraid of werewolves now that you're carrying a 9mm? Oh my God, is 9mm not enough to take care of a werewolf? There's people out there now panicking because they're like, oh my God, my 9mm won't kill a werewolf. But no, that's not the case. The case isn't that the gun isn't up to the task, is that I didn't have ammunition that was proper for werewolves. The only silver ammunition I had was for .357 Magnum. I couldn't even go up to .44 Magnum or down to 9mm especially because all I had in silver was .357 Magnum ammo from Coonan. And this is just silver plated. It's not even solid silver. So I was very fearful of werewolves when I was carrying my 9mm because if I ran into a werewolf specific situation, I wasn't prepared. I'd have to start resorting to traveling with a fat, juicy friend who I could shove down if a werewolf ever came after us. But that all changed yesterday when this little black package arrived in the mail. And what's in this little black pack, you might ask? Well, I'll show you. What's in it is silver bullets. And not just one or two, but many silver bullets. Silver bullets of a few different calibers here, so let me show them to you. In the pack there are 3 .44 caliber bullets, or bullets as we would say where I'm from, and 3 .357 Magnum 38 Special bullets, and 3 9mm bullets. Now let's take a look at one of the bullets up close. As you can see here, it's just a regular looking little hollow point bullet. It does look a little different than some bullets because this is a spun bullet, not a cast bullet. Now, cast bullets are made in mold. Spun bullets are made like on a lathe, like a Swift lathe or something like that. So they are a little bit different, but still very effective. A lot of solid copper bullets are made in this way. Like the Fort Scott solid copper ammunition, it is made in this way. It is a spun bullet also. Now, a good thing about these new ones here is they are solid .999 pure silver. The ones I had before for my .357 Magnum from Coonan, they're just silver plated. They're basically just dipped in silver. It's kind of like, think of it as a silver jacket over a lead bullet, whereas these are solid silver. So if you've always worried, would a plated silver bullet be enough to kill a werewolf? Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore because these are solid pure silver. Now you're probably asking, where did I actually find these at? Well, they actually found me. A viewer that watches my channel actually manufactures ammunition and other things. And he said, well, if you're really wanting silver bullets so bad, I'll make you some. And he made me some. So I wanted to say thank you to him and actually give a little promotion, a little shout out here. Because if anybody else wants any, it's Stormin Norman's Gunworks LLC@gmail.com. I don't think he has a web page or anything. He's a very small, independent little business, little independent businessman. So if you want to get some of these, check out Stormin Norman's Gunworks LLC@gmail.com. Not check him out. Go actually and just send him a message and he'll give you some information on these bullets. Now, luckily, he sent me 3 of each caliber here. So once I get these loaded up, and I'm going to have to get them loaded up, either there I'm going to get a really powerful slingshot in case of werewolves, because I don't do any hand loading, so I'm going to have someone do this for me. But once I get them loaded, I'll take one of each caliber here out to the range and test it for accuracy at like 20 yards, because you want to know how close you got to let a werewolf get before you fire. You don't want to get them too close to you before you fire, for obvious reasons, but you also don't want to fire when they're too far away that you might miss them. So you got to get that sweet spot. So I'll go out and I'll test them for some accuracy, let you know what happened. I'll get that on film for you when I have a chance here. Hopefully the drought will be over by then, and hopefully I'll be able to recover the bullets afterwards. So there you have it. Now, thanks to Storm and Norman, I no longer need to be fearful of werewolves just because I'm carrying a 9mm. And since it gave me some 44 also, if I ever need to go camping or hiking and need to carry a 44, I can also be prepared for those more woodsy type werewolves. You know, the outdoorsy ones. Here in Portland, we got a lot of outdoorsy werewolves. So now I'm prepared. Don't have to feel like I'm unprepared anymore. I think the only time I really face any real problem in the near future is if the person who volunteers to load these for me is a werewolf and they're just tricking me into coming over there. But I'm not stupid. I'll have them pinky swear that they're not really a werewolf before I get over there. So there you have it. Now I think I'll be prepared for pretty much any werewolf situation I run into. I can't wait to get these loaded up by a non-werewolf reloader. And once I do, I'll get them out to the range and do some testing and let you know how they do.